thank you, Toastmaster Zakaria sir, for all those big prizes about me. I don't know whether I really deserve that or not. I agree with you is that whenever I'm in a Toastmasters meeting, I enjoy it. I make sure I enjoy it. So actually, if you really were not able to believe what he said, most of what he said, which is true, you don't have to believe that. The real secret is that, as far as I am concerned, I have a very simple thing. I have a selfish reason. I try to be a little selfish. I think all of us have our own selfish reasons. Otherwise, we don't exist in this Mother Earth. And the selfish reason, that selfish reason always keeps me motivated. That selfish reasons keep me interesting in Toastmasters, because I find I try to make use of my time in Toastmasters meeting. I try to connect with people. How do I make my time interesting in Toastmasters meeting? I try to connect with people. Some people don't connect with me. That's a different issue. Because when I'm not interesting, people don't connect. So I just try doing it again and again. I think all of us can be what Zakaria rightly said. And otherwise, why should we come and sit here for a couple of hours and we can spend time with our families. Most of the time, that's a complaint to our families also. And but when we come here, we have to go back with some gain, and that's what I try to do. But before I do that, I would like to ask you one question. I'm here for a specific purpose. One of my very good lifetime friends, and who has been a great well-wisher of Toastmasters in Jubail, though he is not present in Jubail, one of my very good friends for a long time. I have known him for more than 15-20 years. The gentleman's name is Mr. Sandeep Fogla. He is an Indian, and he's an entrepreneur. And why I'm saying he's been very helpful to Toastmasters in Jubail. He has been a sponsor for many of our past conferences financially. And this gentleman has given me a very nice management book. Okay, and I have received 20 copies of this book. And I'm here to give away those books to my very close friends in Elite Toastmasters. And before I give away that, I would like to little bit give a background to this book without taking much of your time. And before that, I want to talk about a little bit about reading. How many of you like reading? How many of you would want to be great speakers? A lot of which is Zakaria sir has already said. One of my favorite authors said both these things about leading and speaking. If you have to lead, you have to read. And if you have to be a great speaker, you have to be a great listener. So both you already said, I think, and I try to make use of Toastmasters meeting for that. All of us can make use of Toastmasters meeting for that. I have a big collection of books. My wife keeps complaining, she is here. Every time I go around, I buy a lot of books. Especially in the airports, in the bookstalls. I have a big library here and in my hometown. Most of those books I haven't read. Frankly speaking. Probably, I don't know how many of you have a big collection of library here. At least reasonably good. I don't need your money. Yes. I can see some of these hands going up. But I think doesn't matter. If you don't read, doesn't matter. Keep collecting your books. But have the resolve, have the commitment, have the determination within yourself that you are going to read those books before you retire. That's good. Or retire to read those books. One of these objectives, if you're going to fulfill, it is good. We are always, we cannot keep on working, without adding value to ourselves. If you're working, we have to add value. So reading is such an important habit. And I would request every one of you, to take advantage of that habit. And now going into this book, which my good friend has given. The title of this book is about governing businesses and relationships. Now, as I have said in one of the past conferences, I handle the business part of my company. I'm the director for marketing and strategic planning. And most of the times, for the last more than 20 years, I have been on the business side of my career. And single philosophy that I always believe is, how do we build business? Can anyone give an answer, one word answer, or one sentence?
Building relationships.
Very well said. I think we don't straight away go and build businesses. All the successful people in this world build businesses by building relationships, by building people. If you are able to build relationships and build people, you will be able to build businesses. If you want to build wealth, you have to build relationships. If you want but through relationships, you can build successes. Your entire life depends on building relationship with one very important person.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Whether the other person is ready to build relationship, you have to go and build relationship. I'm sure our better halves will agree with that. Also with children in future. Okay, especially when children go through teens. It's very difficult, to build relationship with them when they are going through the teenage phase of life. So this book is about building relationship, and the author of this book, it is governing businesses and relationships. That is the title of this book. The author of this book is a well-known corporate guru. Okay, he is known as Swami Parthasarathy. He is called as Swamiji. It's got nothing to do with religion or background. He's a great philosopher. He's a great corporate guru. And he says, living is an art, a skill, and a technique. And we need to know, when we buy a refrigerator or a washing machine or a car, we get a manual. We learn how to use that. And today there was a nice demonstration about Pampers. There was nice education with Pampers. But many times we don't get a manual about how to live. Generally about in all aspects of our life. And this, he says, you need to learn and practice the skills and techniques of living as you would be in a game or musical instrument. And then you will master this. Mr. Swamiji, or Parthasarathy, popularly known as Swamiji, is a preeminent philosopher. He is a corporate guru. His pioneering lifetime research has formulated self-management courses for corporations around the world. He has been invited by the great Sheikh Zayed. He was invited for UN Assembly for publishing and speaking and presenting corporate workshops on management, career development, living, and how to live a purposeful life peacefully. Okay, very clearly. So, and this is one of his, he has written about 10 different books. He has an academy called Vedanta Academy closer to Mumbai, where Vedanta is the philosophy with which he has written this book. You will get to know it if you read this book. I will just quickly read some important, interesting aspects of this book. What does this book contain in terms of content? It has chapter 1 is about structure of management, important for us. The role of intellect, life in focus, techniques of time management, value systems for positive living, work ethics for effective management, principles of stress management, where all of us need to manage it, science of productivity, essence of leadership, the leader, characteristics of leadership, attitudes and leadership, qualities of a leader, setting relationships right, and the ultimate management. And the preface to this book, he says this, all the problems that people encounter with their business and relationships converge to one rudimentary problem. All the problems people encounter with their business and relationships converge to one problem. You know what it is? It is the lack of development and use of intellect. The whole book the concept is about intellect. He classifies intellect as one part of us and mind as another part. The intellect and mind are two equipments which drive us. And he says the intellect is the most powerful. Intellect helps us, our thinking, reasoning, judging. The mind drives our impulses, feelings, and emotions. Basically, intellect guides the mind. And if we let our intellect guide our life can be more logical and more scientific. If we let our mind drive us, it can be impulsive. Sometimes one partner in our life could be more using the mind. That time it is better for us to use intellect. I think You understand? And it could be any one of the part-time, not necessarily, I'm not talking about women folk. Sometimes women folk use intellect better than men. You agree with me? Toastmaster Bunny is nodding with you. Okay, there are very interesting concepts in this book about intellect and intelligence. You know, I'm just going to leave by asking one question, what he talks about the difference between intellect and intelligence. Intelligence is built by gaining information, knowledge from external agencies. Intellect is developed through an individual effort by exercising the faculty of questioning, thinking, reasoning, and not accepting anything that does not admit logic or reason. Don't be impulsive. And this is one of the ways we can help our children develop intellect, mothers and fathers. The most important way to help our children develop intellect is to promote and encourage their questioning. They come up with a lot of questions. Even when my wife and I were leaving for a Toastmasters meeting this evening, my daughter is very inquisitive. She keeps asking questions. Sometimes we are very busy. Please be quiet. I'll answer you later. He says, don't do that. They have a purpose. They have a fresh mind, uncontaminated mind, and they are like SAP. Anything you give, they absorb. Give them more, and they take more. I'm going to be very thankful to my friend Mr. Fogla and the author, the great Mr. Parthasarathi, the philosopher based on Vedanta Academy principles. I have 20 copies of this book. I will hand over some copies here on the stage to some of you as a symbol, and the rest the club will distribute. I will request the presiding officer to give one per family, because we have 20. If I get more, I will again give. But first of all, I want to invite the presiding officer formally to hand over the first book. Enjoy reading. May I request our immediate past divisional director to take another copy. Who is the next person who has to manage this intellect better? Our program quality director of divisional, Indian Movement. I can see smile on his wife's face. I'm trying to keep everyone happy. Can I invite my good friend Toastmaster Kala? Please. I'll just give away another two, and then Toastmaster Makar, please. Makar Shara. Our immediate past YLP coordinator and inspiring speaker, Toastmaster Charlie. In the interest of time, the final copy to my dear good friend Toastmaster Rams, please. Please. Thanks for your patience. You can take it to your library, but please make sure you read it sometime. Okay? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thanks a lot.